there. Welcome to Positive Power with Michelle Dion. Another wonderful episode coming your way. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had an awesome March break. It was March break last week here in southwestern Ontario, and the weather was great. So it was a great week that people could do outside things with their kids, because that's an awesome March break, right? As opposed to being stuck inside the house. So I was looking up some articles. Boy, there's lots of articles when you know where to look. Facebook, we're all on social media a lot, and it's so hard to control what you're exposed to on the social media, and I mean on TV in general. But we have more control than you think. And so when you go on your social media, the pages that you like and the groups that you join dictate what goes in your news feed. So if you want to be exposed to positive things, that's what you need to do. You need to take the time to go through your groups, see what it is that you've liked or that you've joined, or communities that you've joined. And if you notice anything when you're in your news feed that you don't like, or you're like, how the heck did I get on that? Go check it out and click the like button so that you're not following it anymore. And that way, you're putting yourself in a more positive environment. And then you'll start to see more positive stuff. Like this one great story I came across today. A woman 21 years old in London, England, she was going to get her train, and it was the last train of the night, and she missed it. So not only did she miss her train, the train station was also closing. It closes there for the night. So she couldn't even stay inside where it was relatively safe to wait till the next morning to wait for the train. So obviously distressed. She's outside of the train station, and a homeless gentleman, Mike, I believe is his name, he notices her there, realizes what her dilemma is, so he approaches her and he says, I know where there's a coffee shop that you can go to, and it's open 24 hours, you can stay there till in the morning. Not only does he tell her about it and where it is, he walks her there to make sure that she gets there safely, which is absolutely awesome. He hung out with her for a little bit, but then he told her he couldn't stay because he didn't know if somebody was going to scoop his sleeping bag and all his belongings. What a problem to have. And then he says to her, but I'll come back in the morning and I'll make sure you get back to the train station safe. And he did, which was awesome. So she was so touched by him doing this and him caring just as a human being, just caring about another human being enough to do all that for her, that she went home, posted it on Facebook, told everybody what a great guy he was and how he helped her. And I think it really humbled her, because she mentions in the article that she would avoid making eye contact with somebody like him until that happened. Like, had he been asking her for money or whatever, sitting along the side of the street or the sidewalk. So I think it really made her really do some self-reflection, because she turned around and started a GoFundMe page for him to help him get off the street. And as of the writing of this article, she had accumulated in donations over £10,000 for him, which in Canadian is probably about $22,000 or something. That's absolutely awesome. And what a life-changing thing that is. We take so much for granted, and we really shouldn't, because that's absolutely awesome. And what a great story. That's the kind of stories that we need to be sharing. So I went in, I was going to look, because I usually look for a couple different stories, and it's just so overwhelming. You get in there, there's so much to share. And it's funny because you look at Facebook, you look at Twitter, you look at Yahoo or whatever your search engine pages that you go to when you're searching stuff out, and you see that news, and it's 85% negative, 90% negative, because the negative sells. People get sucked right into this negative news instead of getting sucked into the positive news. And as because we've talked all these times, and my radio show and everything, I'm a solutions person. I'm not a problems person. And it's funny because my kids will come to me with problems, and I'll be like, but we're solution people. We'll find a solution. And we always do. And you always do. That's the way life is. You made it this far, right? You've conquered everything that you needed to conquer to make it, this far. So you're doing okay. So I go through and I'm looking up news to talk about, and these are some of the headlines I came up with that are wonderful animal stories. Thriving grizzlies to leave endangered species list. Monarch butterfly population triples over the last year. Wild wolves bouncing back from extinction in Europe. After 2 centuries, Atlantic salmon return to the Connecticut River. Wild tiger populations on the rise in Thailand. Those are fantastic stories. And you know, on Facebook though, all the stuff that people share, for whatever reason, they're not interested in those stories. They're all focused on the negative stuff, the dwelling on these stories that are told to death, that are so negative and sad and just attracting negative energy. So when you see stories like that, positive ones like I just mentioned, those are the kind of ones that you want to share. And those are the kind of groups that have those stories that you want to join. So if you want to put yourself in an atmosphere of success and of positivity, then go on your Facebook, make sure you like positive pages, make sure you follow, if you have friends that you follow, or any of your friends, any ones that are posting stuff that doesn't make you feel good, just unfollow them. You don't have to unfriend them, just unfollow them. Your main page, when you open up your web browser, what page opens up? Is it, mine used to be Yahoo. It was Yahoo, the Canadian Yahoo, and same thing. It was all this negative news, and I thought, oh, well, you know, if I want to feel more positive and more upbeat, why would I want to look at that, right? Especially when I don't do politics, I don't do organized religion, I don't do organized charities. There's so many things that I don't get involved in. It's pointless for me to have that the first thing that I see. So I've changed it, and now the goodnewsnetwork.org, that's my main page. So food for thought. You could make it that page, or you could make it sunnyskies.com, or positive.news. That's another one that's a good one. There's a ton of them. Find one. You like puppies? Make it a page all about puppies, whatever it is. So, you know, put yourself in an environment for success, even around your house. If, you know, a fridge is a wonderful place to put a bunch of positive stuff. Now, a lot of people talk about vision boards. If you ever look them up, they're an awesome thing to do, where you gather up a bunch of pictures and words of things that interest you and make you feel good, good vibrations, right? Things that make you feel good. And then that's what you see. It makes you feel good. And like our fridge, we have a traditional fridge with the freezer door on the top. And I have a lot of pictures of my family that I don't see very often. I have some pictures up there of my brothers when we were kids and we were out at a cottage, a picture of my kids when they were little, some family I never see. So I look at that and that makes me feel good, right? And that's what you want, because as a big supporter of the law of attraction, which I totally believe in, like attracts like, but lack also attracts lack. So if you are feeling good and you have good energy and positive energy and just feeling good, positive emotions, and you're putting that out to the world, that's what you're going to attract back to yourself. So put yourself in a surrounding for success. When you wake up and whatever you do you look at your text, do you look at your email, do you look at your Facebook, whatever it is, set up nice backgrounds. Take the time to invest in yourself so that you're going to see something that's positive and enlightening and makes you feel good. If you're a kitten person, kittens all the way. Winnie the Pooh your thing, Winnie the Pooh all the way. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, that's what you want to do, because it's all about vibrations. Good vibrations. The Beach Boys knew what they were talking about. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I say, surround yourself for success, for good positive vibrations and emotions. And do some random acts of kindness. They always make you feel good too. And you know, I can't stress that enough, because I do it all the time. I've been actually on a new little kick lately of leaving more positive Post-its around. Leaving them on mirrors and different places to help make people feel good. So I hope you feel good, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. And we will do this again next week. So take care and enjoy the weather.